welcome back to my habitat. Today we're going to be starting some eggplant. Let's get into it. So the only vegetable I've really sown for this gardening season are peppers. Now I do have some herbs and some tea flowers, but I don't really count that as vegetable production. I view those as things that are beneficial to my flower garden, which means I need to get back into vegetable growing. And what else is better for this time of year than starting some eggplant? I mean, they do take a little bit longer to get going, just like peppers. Gardening season is getting closer and closer, so I definitely need to get these into the ground. I have not had the best of luck with eggplant. This year, I am turning things around. I'm going to grow them big and beautiful, and they're going to produce a lot of fruit for me. Fingers crossed. But in all honesty, I live in, Ontario, Canada, not even really southern. I live a little more further up, so it gets kind of cold. I'm still zone 5. I get warm summers, hot summers usually, but the plants love heat. So this year I'm planning on growing them on my deck where they can absorb all the heat because my deck gets very, very hot. It's in most sun most of the day, and the plants will love it and absorb every degree of the heat. First variety is Chinese string eggplant. Beautiful color on this, very kind of lavender-esque skin. You get 10 to 12 inches long. That's a foot long, so that's a long fruit or a long eggplant. Also, I have the best of luck with Chinese eggplant varieties. They seem just to be a little bit easier to grow compared to some of the more Middle East varieties of eggplant. That's the only way I know how to call them. This is the classic variety that I have a hard time growing. It's the Black Beauty variety where you get those larger, beautiful purple fruits. This is the variety that you kind of think of whenever you go to make, eggplant parmesan or, baba ganoush. This is what I usually tend to use. But it doesn't love me, this plant. It doesn't grow very well. So once again, we're gonna be growing about a dozen of these. Hopefully they produce and give me a lot of fruit this year. The final variety we're gonna be growing, I'm just growing 6 of them because it's a bit of a fun variety, but they're early producing. They say they produce in about 60 days from being put out, which is amazing. They're smaller, green-ish, light green fruits. They're called green apple. Excited to try these. Let's get to sowing.
So I know you mentioned meals that you can make with the Black Beauty eggplant. What do you normally make with the Chinese one?
Don't I make? Honestly, those are like the ones that you can kind of do anything with. They're really nice. They're not necessarily good for like baba ganoush. You could, but what I like to do with them is just either take them in and make a quick stir fry. They're great just to quickly add to almost anything, and that's one of the things that I use them for, is just for quick eating. And they taste great, great flavor. I've made ratatouille with them before. A lot of using them for like wraps and sandwiches. Absolutely delicious. I've heard people eating them fresh, which I have not personally tried, but I think I might want to try it this year. Since these are heat loving, they're gonna be going on a heat mat. I also covered the top with saran wrap. Humidity stays in, helps the seeds until they push up. And once I see little seedlings, then I take the plastic off. Even if there's only 1 or 2 popping up, the rest should be coming up rather soon behind the rest. So, there we go. One more vegetable for this gardening season. Can't wait for the season. It's only like weeks away till I get to start seeing stuff, till the snow melts, until all that other stuff goes away. And I have this garden back because, oh gosh, I don't know what to do with myself in winter. I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and waiting for the season to begin. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, stay planting.